Accelerator. We already discussed this. It's a good DPS tower with one tiny problem. Stun abuse. What a fun weakness. Guess what situation features lots of stun abuse and fast enemies? That's right, Hidden Wave. We are sending 32 accelerators to get traumatized by Lord Exo's shenanigans. This is gonna be so fun. Especially when you get to bring medic. How are we gonna beat Hidden Wave with just accelerators as our main DPS, especially when the Nimble fix buffed the wave by a lot, making them easily get past of accelerators range? Well, my friend, we have plenty of tower slots to pick a tower. So of course we'll be bringing a stalling tower that can freeze, and then for the rest of the slot, supports or more stallers of my teammates choosing. In order for Accelerator to deal lots of DPS to deal with the overwhelming horde of Hidden Wave, and the awakened Fallen King himself, we need to bring every support that can buff Accelerator's DPS. These are DJ, Commander, and Mercenary Base. DJ and Mercenary Base for the 40% damage buffs, and Commander for his 50% fire rate buff. So let's check his DPS. Accelerator's DPS without any buffs is 300 DPS, and 283 DPS with Rate of Fire Bug. Rate of Fire Bug is a bug that causes the tower to shoot around 0.008 slower. What? It's probably a coding issue. Anyways, his DPS got buffed to 461.5 DPS. That's a 63% DPS increase. That doesn't sound great compared to towers like Ranger, where it went from 171 DPS to 346.5 DPS with all buffs from our support towers. That's a 102% DPS boost. The Accelerator's overcharge mechanic must be dragging the damage boost down. I almost forget about Pyromancer. This guy can still melt Awakened Fallen King's defense by 50%, same with DJ2. Also, Freezer works too, but he needs to melt Fallen King's defense first, so Awakened Fallen King spawns at 40% defense instead of 60% defense. Let's not forget about the second DJ. We'll be using this for purple track to further boost Accelerator's range in order to cover more paths, especially its purple ability where it slows down fallen tanks by 50%. Those are not the only crucial support towers we will be bringing. Remember about stun abuse? Yeah. We're gonna need medic to cleanse stuns and keep Accelerator attacking at enemies. This is gonna take a ton of micro to make Accelerator work against Hidden Wave. It's an inconvenience that I'm happily willing to take. I love microing. Additionally, the stallers we'll be bringing are gonna be Sledger, Frost Blaster, Purple DJ ability, Jester, Electroshocker, and Freezer. That's excessive and overkill. Well, that's because we don't know what else to bring, so we'll just pick any stalling towers of our choosing. As long as there is a freezing tower, we should be fine, right? Since Accelerator's range has mid coverage, we will need to place Accelerator at the front where it covers the entrance instead of at the middle or back, and take advantage of its valuable placement early. Front Accelerator placements allow us to easily activate Hidden Wave. We should be moving them to the middle once Hidden Wave starts, so they won't get stun abused early, and be able to cover a lot of pathing. The second DJ on purple track should be able to make this easier. This will be our loadout. Everyone brings farm for economy and Accelerator for DPS. Our early game will mostly be consumables. Speaking of early game, you might assume that we will be using Freezer to get us 1 base HP. Well, I may have trust issues. So instead of my teammate who has Freezer getting us down to 1 HP, I used Medic. Quite an expensive tower for such a task, but she gets the job done. She deals 2 damage at base level, but her next upgrade makes her deal an odd number damage of 3. Add on the idea that we'll be leaking wave 3 and 4, which totals 234 HP, which needs at least 35 damage to get us down to 1 HP. You might not get it first, but my plan here is this. Let Medic deal 32 damage, then once that happens, immediately upgrade her to level 1, then sell once she shoots again or reach 35 total damage. That's how we're gonna get 1 HP. It's all about the timing. In my first attempt, I used Harvester cause I was bored. Also it can slow down enemies by a bit, which is valuable for nimble fallen tanks. I used flags to buff my medic so she can easily bring down our base HP to 1. To my surprise, with my medic strategy, I didn't have to upgrade her to level 1. Since the abnormal has 9 HP, so killing it makes medic deal an odd number damage, which we need to get the damage of 35. I made sure that my medic only deals 2 damage and not 1, so I can reach exactly 35 total damage in her damage counter. After getting 1 HP, we maxed all our farms, abuse some consumables in the process, and slowly get max accelerators. This is what happens if Accelerator doesn't get stunned, it shreds enemies. Now imagine that on boss waves, it would be insane. I now believe Accelerators doesn't need a DPS buff after seeing this. We used flags at the last second of wave 39 so we can easily activate Hidden Wave. Now enjoy the show. That was quick. These fellas are no joke. We barely placed stallers at the back before tanks got there. Alright, next attempt.
Bring them to me!
Got past tanks with support stalling at the back, but we failed the flying detection check. I changed my loadout by swapping some supports out. Also my team too, but everyone still brings accelerator, farm, and the needed supports. We're just bringing any stalling tower that works. And now I'm using freezer. This attempt should be the winning attempt. I definitely did not win before this attempt and forgot to record. Can't be me, no way.